Let me know. Let me tell you guys why we know Chris Shern. Out of nowhere, people started sending us clips of you doing your sports report, and you were sneaking in some of Jim Norton's characters.
I was doing it very surreptitiously. That's a sophomore.
Wonderful word, though.
In high school. Yeah, that's from right out of my vocabulary book in 10th grade.
Excellent word.
But I was doing it very discreetly, and one of the fans, Rich Donovan, he's at Yanks 2010 or Yanks fan 2010 on Twitter. He was the one who picked up on it. I wasn't.
You weren't even gonna. You were just doing it.
Yes, I didn't think anybody was going to catch on.
Oh, that's great.
This guy catches on and sent it to Eric,
right,
and everybody. Eric, I woke up to an email from Eric because I talk to him on Twitter all the time, and I give him stuff about the Chargers, and we go back and forth about sports. But I wake up to an email, and it says, "Gonna play your clip." It was hysterical. It's going to be, I don't know when it's going to be. I can't promise you when it's going to be. I can't give you a definitive time, but we're going to play it. So I take my iPad, I go downstairs, and I put the show on. And in about 3 minutes, bang, there it is.
Oh, wow.
And when I heard you laugh, Mr. Norton, that just sent me through the roof.
Oh, it made me so happy.
Because if I could make you laugh, then my life is made right there.
Thank you. I'm honored that somebody is doing these ridiculous characters. I'm glad that they're torturing somebody else.
Here, let me tell you how much they're torturing me, by the way. I was in my office. I was in my office at Yes. I think it was Thursday or Friday. And, in the cuckoo's nest, one flew east, one flew west, one flew over
the cuckoo's nest.
Right.
Yes.
So I'm sitting in my office, and I don't know why that just clicked into my head. But I'm going, one flew east, one flew west, one flew over the cuckoo's nest.
Fuck right. Yeah, you got to put music to it.
Over and over and over. Like, oh my God, I need like a Norton antivirus or something.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
He's one tough cookie, but he's also delicious.
Oh God, now that's in my head all day.
We got to play a few of these just to get everyone up to speed.
These are so great.
Rhodes was back after missing 2 games with an ankle sprain. He scored 17. Jimmy Butler, who took over offensively in Rhodes' absence, got a little chippy here with what's that?
Just threw in a little what's that?
What's that?
What's that? Nothing that affects the broadcast negatively.
I don't want to like try to do an impression of them. I just want to get the terminology out there, and I think it works.
Play another one.
Works wonderfully.
All he did was catch touchdowns. Looks like he throws them here. Oh, different guy. He finds Edgar Poe. Shut up.
Shut up.
That was one of my favorite ones.
Shut up.
2 of those 6 teams have gone on to win the game that's called the word that always precedes duper and the thing that holds soup. Kirk explained. You see, I can't say the real word, so I just come up with other ways to express it. Hopefully, you get a chuckle.
Doing a little Kirk Cinnamon.
Kirk Cinnamon made the list too.
Oh, good.
Give me one more if you got it quick. And this one, I think. Summertime. April Fool! Oh my God! Now he's doing it in his regular life.
He's brought it to his house.
Oh, no, it's affecting his home life.
You're in trouble.
I drive my wife crazy with this stuff.
Oh, you're in trouble.
But to her credit, she puts up with it, and she actually started doing the Edgar voice.
Oh my God!
So that should make you happy.
Any woman that does Edgar is marriage material.
Yes, and my 3-year-old walks around the house saying April Fools. Oh, it's tremendous. I love it.
Have the bosses got a hold of this yet?
Do they know?
Well,
Yeah,
they know now. They know I'm here, and I don't really think. Look, it promotes both the shows.
Sure,
I don't think it's really a big deal.
Probably turn a few more people onto the Yes Network.
Right,
I would assume
the Michael K. Show, my podcast, the Chris Sheeran Show, shameless plug. Lou DiPietro and I would love to have you on.
I'd love to, yeah.
Because we're going to see this lovely silly goose on April 7th at the Ridgefield Playhouse in Connecticut.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Yeah. So we'll be there in Row J downstairs for Jim.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Row J.
Lou and I are going to be there, so we'd like to get you on the podcast to promote it.
Okay, thank you, yeah.
And if we can make that happen, that would be awesome.
Is that a yes or just a thank you?
Yeah, well,
No, I'd love to.
I was supposed to. Here, let me tell you this. He's not here. I don't want to talk about him, and he's not here. But Florentine was supposed to be on my podcast, and I sent out a request to him on Facebook or Twitter, and he got back to me, and then I guess his handler, I don't know, somebody emailed me and said, what do you want to have Jim on the show for? Well, he had a show coming up. I wanted him to promote it. And he talks about sports on his podcast all the time, and he's funny. I said, why not? Let's get him on. I don't know if they looked at my Twitter follower number or listened to my podcast. He didn't come on.
I'm sure that was Jim probably would have come on. That doesn't make sense.
That doesn't sound like Florentine.
Jonathan might have flaked or something.
I don't know, but we really would still like to have him on.
I'm sure he'll do the podcast. Yeah. How long have you been doing sports?
I started. I really wanted to start in Jimmy.
I would like to go.
I will fix that for
I'm
you.
going to bring a mitt and try to catch a ball like all the boys.
Your video down in Tampa.
Oh, with our Chip.
Oh my God, that woman that was sitting there. Oh, the cringeworthy Chipness that was going on there, and just that woman's face. Were you with Bob Kelly?
I wasn't. Bob filmed it.
Was
so
great.
good. Bob Kelly.
Tremendous.
I wouldn't have thought to do this, but Chip was annoying. Look how close A-Rod was.
Those are great seats, Mr. Norton.
Yeah, second row.
Hey, where's the batter?
The woman's face right
batter should be batting right
He's
now.
not happy.
Hey, Ron, hit a home run or something. Hey, Chase Utley, where are they chasing you to? They should forfeit the game. The batter's not batting. Come on, Ron. Hit a home run or something. You can do it. Hey, Ron, hit the ball out of the park or something. Do it with a chipper. Where's the batter? Swing. Swing the bat or something. Hit a home run because Sam says you can't do it. Sam's a piece of garbage. Hey, Chase, what are you, a bank or something? You could do it. Lucky 13, hit a home run or something. Or try to at least or something. Hey, you got something on your back. Hey, Ron, hit a home run or something. You got something on your back. It's going to make it too heavy. Where are they chasing you to, Chase? You got something on the end of your back. It's too heavy.
He's 10 feet away from these guys.
Yeah, they were really unhappy.
They didn't like you.
No.
And A-Rod had Reggie turned and looked at me at one point.
Did he
Reggie,
really?
yeah, because in this Mike Calta, there's a show down there. It got the Tampa spring training.
Mm-hmm.
So to the right of where they were sitting is where Reggie was sitting. It was fucking Reggie.
Yeah.
And at one point, it's like, make a home run, get a base hit or something. And fucking Reggie turned like, who's this asshole? I was so happy. Mr. October had to fucking hear that.
He had to deal with you.
Yeah.
Let's go to Dave in San Diego.
That's
Go
great.
ahead, Dave.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Hi, Dave.
And they basically
Thank you guys for having me on. I appreciate
No,
it.
it was great finally meeting you.
Yeah,
and,
you
we're going to
too.
go to a Yankee game together this year.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Let's do that.
Yes.
Buy me
We'll
a
set
hot
that
dog.
up.
Those nice seats behind.
Is Chipper gonna come?
Jim's not going. It's going to be Chris. Let me fucking Chip.
Let me ask you one question
Sure.
before I leave.
I just let it happen. Oh, sorry. I thought about my process. Oh, my God.
Since it's the election season, your characters, who would be on the ticket that you would vote for of your characters? Who would you put together? I had Kirk Cinnamon and Chip together because it's sweet and salty.
They balance each
Yes.
other out. Chip would be president, and Kirk would kind of go in and clean up the mess. Well, he was just trying to be a little honest. And I think, in charge of education, obviously, would be Paul Hargis, Senator Paul Hargis.
Has a good ring to it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And from Delaware is Edgar Mellencamp. He just seems like a junior senator from Delaware who's had a lot of scandal. He's involved with the dentistry industry. And there'd be a whole, I have to think of my other characters. I can't remember. It would be Chip and Kirk. You're
What
very
about
right.
Ted?
Ted
Love
Scheckler.
Ted.
Yeah, but Ted would be a spokesman. He'd be the White House spokesman. Whenever there was a
that's
problem,
perfect.
Ted would kind of come out and
That's
go, what
perfect.
President Jefferson was trying to say is that the Jews are welcome to stay. He said it wrong. He was repeating what his mother had told him. There'd be a lot of covering for what Chip said that his mother had said.
That's a perfect job for Ted.
It certainly is.
All right.
It's better than all our
Thank
other
you, buddy.
choices.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chris. We'll see you soon.
All right, buddy.